Right now, you are committing a slow, brutal crime against your own soul every single time you send a double text to someone who ignored you, every time you stare at a screen waiting for a message that isn't coming. You are telling your own brain, "My dignity is worth zero, and here is the dark truth that will shatter your world." The exact moment you start chasing someone who pulls away, they don't look at you with love. They don't look at you with appreciation. They look at you with disgust. To them, you are not a prize. You are a needy, desperate beggar standing outside their door, asking for emotional breadcrumbs. And the harder you knock, the tighter they lock the gate. Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you give your time, your peace of mind, and your precious energy to people who wouldn't even notice if you vanished from the earth tomorrow? Because you have been lied to. Modern culture told you that if you just try harder, if you just show more love, if you keep explaining your worth, people will eventually turn around and appreciate you. That is a complete fantasy. Human psychology works in the absolute opposite direction. In behavioral psychology, chasing someone who ignores you triggers an addictive, toxic dynamic. The less they give you, the more desperate your brain becomes to win their approval. You turn into a gambler at a slot machine, pulling the lever again and again, burning your self-respect, just hoping for one tiny hit of validation. The ancient Stoic philosophers understood this exact human sickness 2,000 years ago. They saw how people ruined their lives chasing kings, lovers, and friends who treated them like dirt. Marcus Aurelius, the ruler of the Roman Empire, wrote a brutal reminder in his private journal that every human being needs to burn into their mind how ridiculous and how strange to be surprised at anything which happens in life. It is high time you realized that you have a power within you that is far greater than the cheap opinions of those who ignore you. If you want to stop feeling like an option, if you want to rebuild your self-respect from the ashes, you must learn how to turn around and walk away without saying a single word. In this simple, cold, and deep guide, we are going to explore 8 hard psychological truths that will stop you from chasing what ignores you forever. Pay close attention to truth number 4, because if you don't master it, you will keep repeating this painful cycle for the rest of your life. Let us begin. Truth 1. The psychological trap of intermittent reinforcement. Do you know why it is so hard to stop thinking about someone who gives you mixed signals? One day they treat you like you are the most important person in the world. They send sweet messages, talk to you for hours, and make you feel special. The next day, cold darkness. They give short, dry replies, ignore your calls, or act like they barely know you. Your brain goes into utter chaos. You keep asking yourself, what did I do wrong? How do I get yesterday's version of them back? This is not love. This is a dark psychological trap called intermittent reinforcement. Scientists tested this on laboratory animals. When a rat presses a button and gets food every single time, it stays calm. When it presses a button and gets food at complete random intervals, the rat goes crazy. It presses the button frantically, obsessively, until it collapses from exhaustion. This is exactly what a manipulator does to your mind, whether they mean to or not. By giving you attention unpredictably, they lock your brain into an addiction cycle. You aren't in love with them. You are addicted to the unpredictable reward. The Stoic master Epictetus exposed this weakness clearly. Any person who has the power to make you angry, anxious, or needy becomes your master. They can only master you when you allow yourself to be disturbed by them. Break the cycle today by seeing the trap for what it is. Recognize that mixed signals are not a puzzle for you to solve. Mixed signals are a clear, loud no. Stop pressing the button. Step away from the cage and take your freedom back. Truth 2. Chasing automatically destroys perceived value. Let us look at a simple law of nature that governs all human relationships. What happens when a hunter runs wildly into the forest, screaming, waving his arms and chasing after a wild deer? The deer runs away as fast as possible. It doesn't stop to negotiate. It doesn't wonder why the hunter is running. Its instinct senses danger and pressure, so it escapes. When you chase a person with constant texts, uninvited visits, or endless emotional explanations, you trigger that exact same instinct. Your pressure suffocates them. Your desperation signals to their brain that you have low value. Subconsciously, they think, if this person is begging so hard for my attention, they must have nothing valuable going on in their own life. They must be weak, even if they liked you a little bit in the beginning. Your chasing kills their respect instantly. Seneca, the great Stoic advisor, wrote deeply about the dignity of self-possession. Wild beasts run from danger. When they have escaped, they are at peace. But we are tormented by both the past and the future. We make ourselves small before those who do not even care to look at us. Understand this truth deeply. You cannot convince someone to value you by begging them to see your worth. The moment you feel the urge to chase, force your hands to stop. Force your body to stay still. If someone steps back from you, let them go. Give them space. If they want to leave your life, open the door for them. Never run after anything that is running away from you. Truth 3. The hard distinction between being busy and low priority. Listen carefully to the excuses people make when they ignore you. I was just so busy with work. I saw your message, but my life has been crazy. I'm just not good at texting back. You accept these cheap excuses because you want to protect your feelings. You tell yourself, it's okay, they are just having a stressful week. Let us strip away the lies and look at cold human reality. Nobody in the modern world is too busy to send a 5-second text message for 3 days straight. In today's world, people hold their phones in their hands while eating, while working, while sitting on the toilet, and right before they go to sleep. When someone tells you they were too busy to give you 20 seconds of their time, what they are actually saying is, you are at the very bottom of my priority list. I had time to scroll on social media, talk to other people, and watch videos, but you are not important enough for a reply. Marcus Aurelius trained himself to look at human actions with absolute, unvarnished honesty, strip the things of their outer shell, and look at their true essence. Do not let words fool you when their actions show you where you stand. Stop making excuses for people who treat you like an option. Accept the truth without getting angry or bitter. If you are a low priority in their life, make them a 0 priority in yours. Move on quietly and give your energy to things that actually build your future. Truth 4. The mirror of self-worth here is the most important truth in this entire guide. Pay extreme attention. The real problem is not the person who is ignoring you. The real problem is why you stay sitting on the floor, waiting for them. Why do you accept being treated like dirt? Because deep down, in the dark corners of your subconscious mind, you believe that is all you deserve. You suffer from a hidden belief of lack. You believe that if this specific person leaves you, you will be alone forever. You believe that their attention is the only thing that can prove you are attractive, smart, or worthy of love. So, you sacrifice your dignity to keep them near because you are terrified of facing the empty room inside yourself. You are using them as a band-aid to cover an unhealed wound in your own self-respect. The Stoic master Epictetus hit this core truth with surgical precision. If you want to be beautiful, make yourself beautiful inside. No external person can grant you worth if you have already pronounced yourself a beggar. You must face the mirror today. Realize that another person's attention will never fill the void inside your heart. If you do not respect your own time, nobody else will. If you do not view your life as valuable, the world will treat you like trash. Stop looking outside for what can only be built within. Heal your self-respect. Stand on your own 2 feet and realize that your worth was never up for vote. Truth 5. Master the art of radical non-reaction. What happens when you finally stop chasing someone who has been taking you for granted? In many cases, when they notice that you have gone silent, they will reach out with a cheap, lazy message, "Hey stranger," or "Why have you been so quiet lately?" This is a critical psychological test. They aren't reaching out because they suddenly respect you. They are reaching out to test if their leash still works. They want to see if a small, lazy breadcrumb is enough to make you come running back. If you explode with anger, if you write a huge paragraph saying, "You ignored me for weeks and now you text me," you fail the test. Your anger proves that you are still completely controlled by their actions. A master of dark stoicism practices radical non-reaction. They do not argue. They do not show hurt. They do not show anger. They treat the lazy message like a piece of junk mail dropped in the trash. If a reply is necessary, they keep it minimal, dry, and completely unemotional. All good here. Busy with work? There is no heat. There is no drama. There is only absolute, cool indifference. Marcus Aurelius lived by this standard of internal peace every single day. To feel no distress about things which you cannot control, and to offer no reaction to those who seek to disturb your calm. This is the highest mark of a trained mind. When you give zero emotional reaction, the dynamic flips entirely. The manipulator realizes that their leash is broken. They realize that you are no longer available for cheap games. Starve them of your reactions and watch your peace return instantly. Truth 6. Redirect the energy into obsessive self-building. Think about how much mental energy you waste when you chase someone. You spend 3 hours checking their social media profile. You spend 2 hours overanalyzing a single sentence they said. You lie awake at 3 in the morning, running fake conversations in your head, feeling sick to your stomach. Imagine if you took all that dark, wasted, chaotic energy and focused it on one single goal for 6 months. Imagine if you took that anxiety and used it to lift heavy weights in the gym. Imagine if you took that anger and used it to work extra hours, build a new business, master a complex skill, or read 10 classic books on psychology and philosophy. Where would your life be in 6 months? You would be unrecognizable. You would be stronger, richer, wiser, and physically formidable. Seneca gave this timeless warning about wasting the short life we are given. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Life is long enough, and a sufficiently generous estimate has been given to us for the highest achievements if it were all well invested. Stop investing your precious life force in people who give you nothing in return. The next time you feel the painful urge to check their profile or send a message, close your eyes, take a deep breath, channel that raw emotional energy straight into your work, your body, or your mind. Turn your pain into power. Turn your rejection into relentless fuel. Truth 7. Cultivate the power of absolute stillness. Look at how weak a person looks when they are constantly fidgeting, panicking, and trying to force things to happen. When someone doesn't reply, they panic. When a situation goes wrong, they scramble. They are constantly reacting to external noise like a leaf blowing in the wind. A high-value individual masters absolute stillness. When someone pulls away from them, they don't panic. They don't scramble. They sit perfectly still. They understand that life is like water. When you frantically splash around in a muddy pond, you make the water cloudy and dark. When you sit completely still, the mud settles to the bottom, and the water becomes crystal clear. By practicing stillness, you gain complete psychological perspective. You realize that 90% of the things you worry about are small, temporary, and completely irrelevant to your ultimate destiny. Epictetus taught his students that stillness is the ultimate fortress of a free human being. Quietness of mind is not something you find by chasing events. It is something you cultivate by refusing to let external noise enter your core. Practice absolute stillness today. When you feel ignored, do not react. Do not force an outcome. Sit in silence with your own breath. Let the silence do the work. Let the mud settle. You will quickly see who truly belongs in your life and who was only there while you were willing to chase them. Truth 8. Step into total psychological detachment. We come to the final, ultimate state of a sovereign mind. Total detachment. What does it truly mean to be detached? It does not mean becoming a cold, cruel, or unloving person. It does not mean hating the world or shutting your heart behind iron doors. Total detachment means enjoying people, loving people, and being kind to people, while keeping your identity completely independent of their actions. You enjoy their presence when they are here, but if they choose to leave tomorrow, your life does not fall apart. Your self-worth remains unbroken. Your peace remains untouched. Your direction stays clear. You hold everything in this world with an open hand, never gripping anything so tightly that its loss breaks your fingers. Marcus Aurelius lived in this state of supreme philosophical poise. Receive without pride, let go without struggle. Pass through this brief space of time in harmony with nature and come to your end in content. Imagine living with this level of mental power. No one can manipulate you because you don't need their validation. No one can break your heart because your heart belongs to your purpose. No one can make you chase them because you are fully centered in your own worth. You stop begging for a place at other people's tables and you build a kingdom of your own. Conclusion: walk sovereign and silent. The era of begging for attention is over. The days of double texting, making excuses for cold people, and burning your dignity for cheap breadcrumbs end right here, right now. Stop chasing what ignores you. Pick up your self-respect. Step back into total stillness. Channel your energy into building an extraordinary character and let the world meet you on your terms. Let the loud crowd chase validation. Let weak minds play childish games. You stand quiet, firm, and sovereign, mastering your life with absolute self-worth. If you are ready to drop the chase and claim your true value starting today, leave one simple word in the comments section below: worth. Walk silent, stand unbroken, and never lower your dignity for anyone again.